money at? We gon' smoke 100 sacks, shooting up your block, switch cars, then we double back. You a funny cat, you ain't made 100 rap. You ain't nothing like net pops without some fucking.
Episode 176 of the I Heart Miko podcast. I am Miko Grimes. Today is August 15th, 2019. We got to give a shout out to Nipsey Hussle. Happy birthday to my nigga. You're not here with us in body, but you're with us in spirit. The marathon is going to continue. And without further ado, the marathon's going to continue with another episode of the I Heart Miko podcast with one of my favorite guests and my fans' favorite guests, Hussle. What's up, my nigga?
What it do? What's up, mate?
Chilling, you know, I appreciate you joining me. I know you at work and everything, getting that coin.
Gotta eat.
Gotta eat, but niggas also gotta talk sports, you know? I had an episode yesterday that I put out, and that was just a whole bunch of everything that's going on. And I didn't talk any Hard Knocks. And I am a crazy Hard Knocks fan, like obsessed.
Man, it's my show.
Yeah, isn't it so dope? And so to hear that you love it too, and to just know that this season is about the Oakland Raiders, my nigga. Like,
Hey, it's big. It's dope. They got some characters. Like, I can't wait till by episode 5 or 6. They just start putting more and more.
No, you know they're only gonna do 4 episodes, only do 4 weeks, maybe 5. I think
They usually do 5. They usually do 5.
Yeah, but 2 episodes have already happened, so we're gonna kind of dissect and discuss those 2 episodes, our favorite parts, the bullshit of the NFL, and you know, just have some fun with it. First of all, like you brought up before, the characters on the Oakland Raiders. Name the characters on the Oakland Raiders.
Oh, man. Everybody like Jonathan. He's the favorite. Everybody like the young bull. But the young bull from
the safety?
Yes. Jonathan, everybody. He's my favorite. He reminds me of me when I was younger, didn't know no better. Everything about him is just outspoken and man, that's crazy. I love watching him talk.
What I find interesting about him is like he's a safety, like in a linebacker's mentality. Like he literally wants to crack his egg open every play.
That shit was funny when John Gruden was like, "Listen, we got them shorts. Don't hit nobody else." Man, I was laughing so hard. He was
trying to explain it. He was like, "What am I supposed to do if they run it into me?" He has so many excuses for his meathead behavior.
He banged Wilson, didn't he? He banged the shit. I was like,
yeah.
"Ooh."
He with all the shits. I don't know how long his career is gonna last while he's with all these shits. Because what I know is a lot of safeties, corners, and some linebackers, they don't really have a choice. But a lot of the DBs, what they learn is if you want a long career, you got to back up a little bit. You got to not use your head so much in tackling. Like, you're not going to last very long. You're going to get CTE quickly.
It's a chance, but with them changing the hittings, with them changing the way people hit, I think he going to make the adjustment. If he get fined a few times like everybody else does, because I feel like players have been making that adjustment as far as adjusting for the fine so they won't make those same mistakes. But as far as he gonna be a star.
Well, I hope the talent is there. I can't compare his college career with the NFL. I need to see it with the same speed, the same intensity, the same weight. You know, when you playing in college, everybody's not pro ready. Everybody's not pro body. So you start to get a little bit of ego about yourself when you out here hitting around a bunch of little boy bodies. You get to the league and you gotta come, these running backs are coming downhill on you, these big ass receivers, you know, are using their hands, they're able to push, they're able to do a whole bunch of stuff. I just want to see if it transfers because I ain't convinced just yet.
You're not convinced?
Not yet. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm just saying I'm not convinced that it's going to be what it was when he was in college. Just can't take some time like anybody, you know? But my favorite character, obviously, is Antonio Brown. Like, who wouldn't want to see Antonio Brown on Hard Knocks? Like, it has been 2 weeks and the shit is already lit.
Oh, did you see him? What he said? He got all these AB comments. That's his number. What did he say on the hot air balloon? He said, what did he say? 1, 2, 3. What did you say? Oh, smooth as a butterfly, quick as a bee.
Quick as AB.
Quick as AB. I'm talking. This dude here is so stuck on this. Oh, it's so funny.
Yo, this dude is such a character. Like, he got a blonde mustache, my nigga.
Yeah, this shit's dope.
He got a blonde mustache. He has already missed majority of training camp because of the
Cryotherapy, the feet.
I asked Brent about that, and he told me that it is very unnecessary. He doesn't even understand why players use it. He said it's a false sense of recovery. People need to understand like their body more, but the whole league uses it, and he's obviously overused it because if you see that picture of his feet, oh my God. The nigga said he had to drain the juice out of your feet, and you're a receiver?
Yeah, he bold. I'm not putting my feet on the screen anyway. Y'all cannot see my feet.
They ugly? Your shit ugly?
Now I'm like Cat. I'm like Katina. I'm painting my toenails black.
Yo, he had a bunion on the side of that big toe. Did you see that bunion?
Man,
bruh.
I told you.
He had a slit across where the ball of his foot is that was split, and you could see the pink meat under the dead skin. And I'm just like, wow. Then he turns around and says he's gonna retire if they don't allow him to use his old helmet. Then nobody believe him.
Hell no, I ain't. I didn't even pay that story no attention.
Yeah, I was just like, but it's just attention. It's just Hard Knocks. It's just drama. His kids asking him where Ben Roethlisberger is. They was like, "Where's Ben? Where he at? He ain't gonna throw you the ball." Like that resonated to me so much because people need to know that our children are not like y'all children. Y'all children watch this on TV and you're like a fan. Our children thinks that this is our family. They think we're here forever. They think like this is home. My son was born a Falcon fan, but we left when he was 2.5. So he really wasn't a Falcon fan. He was a Miami Dolphins fan. I'm talking about fan. And when he found out that we weren't playing there anymore, he was offended. He was just like, "What you mean? No, we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1. I was like, Aiden, no. He's like, "What? We got to be Buccaneers now?" And I'm like, yes. He's like, why?
He was mad.
They don't really get it. And I'm kind of glad that this shows like kids and their mentality and how they view sports. Like Aiden just found out a couple years ago that Brent got paid to play in the NFL. He didn't even know.
Hey, but low key though, it was kind of funny though when they showed. He was like, "No, Ben's what'd you say? Number 4. He's our quarterback. Number 4 over there." And they showed the screen over there. It made it look like he was less than Ben a little bit. Like
he is less than Ben.
Oh my God!
And I'm kind of bothered that he's not playing because I would like to see him react to some of these bad balls from Derek Carr. Like, he had the whole video catching the bricks and all that shit, and I hope he finna get some bricks thrown his way.
Fake it to Lynch. No! Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious? Oh my God, Derek Carr, you piece of shit!
So you really don't like Carr?
I don't dislike Carr. I'm upset that his first year that he played, we played against them in London, Dolphins, Oakland Raiders, and I was impressed by his rookie year. And he hasn't been anything like that since to me. I haven't seen anything dope in him, like for me to even believe for a second that they're even going to win the division, let alone get to the playoffs. Like, I just don't see it anymore. And I feel like they try to make excuses and say he didn't have the right people. They tried to shade Amari. They tried to shade, your homeboy from Dallas,
Crabtree.
You know, now they've got some pretty good offensive linemen that they say they like. They got another receiver. I think his last name is Williams or something.
Yes, San Diego.
They got a decent running
dude,
back.
Tyrell.
Yeah. So now that you have Gruden, you guys have had a year together. You won 4 games last year. First year, okay, but now that you have some weapons is what you needed. This is the year to see what's really good. And it is my opinion that he doesn't make it to the opening of the Las Vegas Stadium.
Okay, that's a fair assessment, but I honestly think it was more to it than football that played a part into his failures last year. You know, with him being the type of player he was in the locker room, I just feel like it was a different dynamic with him. You know, with the Christian thing and how with those, and I think those stories that the Raider guy, all guy was saying, all those stuff. I think that changed the dynamic of the room. I feel like now with them having AB, we looking at this as AB's team.
Right.
So I think it's going to be very different now. The personality, the way they embrace and accept it, it's going to be different. I think it's going to be a whole nother mentality. We might see a better Derek Carr, because I don't think they're going to lean on Derek Carr for leadership as much now.
Well, they shouldn't, because he obviously can't be the leader if he's a Trump supporter. You got a whole room full of black people. They had the only all-black offensive line in the NFL last year, and you have the audacity to be a Trump supporter, and they're asking you to kneel with them in solidarity because Trump just called kneelers sons of bitches, and you don't want to kneel with your offensive line, the guys that actually protect you.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said you might not like him.
That's why he got fucked up so many times.
See, that's my point exactly. That's why I said that I'm not going to say he's a bad quarterback. I really think his stance on that and how his Christianity and how he was in the locker room kind of rubbed people the wrong way. Honestly, I think it really did rub people the wrong way. Yeah. I think it separates the team. So that's why I feel like this can be a different season for them.
Yeah, sorry. I have my mentions are blowing up. The barbs are attempting to attack your girl. Like I've slayed bigger dragons than some high school kids that are Nicki Minaj fans. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Are you serious?
I had to start blocking some of them because I look at their page and they're like high school kids, but they are talking so disrespectful, like just saying all kind of shit. And you know me.
Now you gotta let the kids make it.
They're kids, and that's why I'm like, Miko, once I realize they're kids, I can't argue with you. I can't go back and forth with you. I can't talk about how ugly your grandmother is. You know, I can't. I don't feel comfortable because you're a kid. You know, it's just funny to me that did you listen to Joe? Do you listen to Joe Budden's podcast?
I didn't listen to it. The one with him and Nikki. I haven't listened to it yet. They say he did a lot of backtracking. But I know you're a Joe fan, so I want to know your perspective.
I am a Joe fan, but I lost a little bit of respect for their podcast, the entire show. Maul, Rory, everybody, because I don't listen to her Queen Radio. I don't listen to that, but I saw snippets of it on Instagram. Like I heard and saw snippets, and she was going the fuck off on him, cut his mic off and everything while he was talking. Like, I get that. That's your shit. But she agreed to come on his podcast, and she continued the same shit. She disrespected the fuck out of all of them. And they just allowed it because I feel like they just wanted her on the show so bad. They didn't want, she threatened to leave so many times. They can wait. Like, get the fuck out of here. This is your platform.
Yeah, kick rocks.
If she's not going to come on your platform and allow you to speak, because she didn't allow you to speak on her platform, and then she gets on yours, and then y'all want to kiss her ass?
Nah, shit, you should be. I can't do it, man. My name is my name. I don't care how big it is.
My platform.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like they just kissed her ass, and then when she got off the air, they started explaining all the stuff that she was wrong about. Why y'all didn't say it to her when she was on? Like, she's gone now.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, I couldn't even listen to the rest of the podcast. She was on like the first 45 minutes and they had like 2 hour and some episode. I cut it off. I was like, I don't even want to hear no more. Like,
they not handling it. You supposed to be like how you was with Birdman or how them. All right, you can go.
Right, you can go. You can fucking go.
I'm tired of your presence. Dismissed.
If you don't want to receive what we want to say, you cut the mics off on your shit, but now you over here trying to control the shit. And I was just like, it just seemed lame. It to me, that's why I'm so proud of myself and my podcast and my platform, because can't nobody come on here and disrespect me. Nobody. No, I'm gonna flame the fuck out of you. And if I have to, cut your mic off. And you can leave if you like, but I'm gonna get these fucking bars off whether you're here or not. My name.
Meek Millie.
But anyway, let me get back to this Hard Knock shit. So with Antonio now, do you think that having a great receiver like Antonio truly is going to make Derek Carr better?
Yes.
Why? You think that his range, he gives him a bigger radius, a catch radius, like?
I mean, if you got a dude that requires you to roll coverage almost every time, that makes it easier. Like, at least this side of the field, it's going to at least be a safety over her. It's going to at least be, they're going to linebacker roll over her. So you're going to have at least a little more space over here to operate. And them having a running back that they got, the young running back, the young bull, and improving the offensive line, I feel like it's a lot, and it's pressure on them. So I think they're a little more focused because they know what's on the line. To me, and I just feel like AB seeing what Cooper did for Dak Prescott. To me, I could imagine what Antonio Brown can do for Derek Carr.
Okay, I'm optimistic. I think that Derek Carr has some tools. Like he's a starting quarterback in the NFL. There's no doubt about that. But is he elite? Is he playoff bound?
We don't know.
He's in a division where he's kind of nobody. The division is tight. Who do you think? How does that division run down? Who's the best team in that division?
Probably. I like San Diego.
Yeah, but you don't like the Chiefs?
I mean, I like the Chiefs too, but I mean, it'd be hard to get hype off of one good year. They had a great year. I feel like Mahomes that's my fantasy quarterback. He did good for me last year, but I feel like, man, Chargers got a nice squad. I don't know why they started. They got some talent. They got some talent in San Diego.
But when you look at the division,
Oakland last.
Do you see any changes in that with Antonio Brown being added?
I mean, yeah, because they didn't just add Antonio Brown. They added a younger running back. They added a taller receiver, another receiver with Tyrell Williams who had more height. With them adding adding that safety that they got makes them more tougher on defense who fits Gruden and with the personalities they want to do, how they want to play football. I just feel like they may have some pieces that can change. And with football, everything is a yard or two away. It's not like another sport where you're separated here, like, Golden State here and everybody else. In football, one player can change the whole dynamic of your team.
Now, see, I agree with that. One player can change the dynamic of your whole team, but that player happens to be
the quarterback. I knew you were going to say that.
I don't. When I look at the division, I look at Phillip Rivers. I see Mahomes. The Broncos now have.
Don't
talk. Just listen.
We're not going to talk about. That's not what we're going to do. We're not going to talk about him. Hell no.
Why are you hating?
Are you serious?
What do you mean? You don't think he's done? The body is done? Because the arm has always been there. He's always been capable. Now he got a hip issue, a leg issue. I don't know what the real issue is. But we have seen quarterbacks play forever and not be physically fit or athletic. We see how they protect the quarterback. So I don't understand why you think him. We keep talking about him like he ain't got no fucking name.
Flacco, Joe
I
Flacco.
don't see why you think Flacco can't go to Denver and reinvent himself as a washed, great quarterback.
See, first you called him washed.
He's washed, chronologically washed. His body is washed. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like Baltimore threw him away. You know, I still feel like they would have been better off with Flacco than Jackson, my opinion.
Well, go to New York and ask them what they think about Eli still being the quarterback.
Now, Eli is a different story to me. I think Eli is gone mentally for real.
Oh, you said that?
Don't even come out properly to me. It's weird. They
the same thing.
Eli has been. So you think Flacco and Eli are the same?
Yes.
Okay, so let's not even. This ain't even a Broncos discussion.
Thank you.
The Raiders. Just let's stay focused there. So you think the Raiders will be third or last?
No, I think they'll be second or third. I feel like the Chargers.
Who?
The Chiefs gonna be first.
And second is Raiders.
Yes. Chargers. Listen. Yes, they are. Already trying to hold out. He don't want to be there. He has to be traded. Yes,
he gotta come back. He's on company money. He coming back. He gotta come back.
No, I'm just saying that's gonna change. I think that's gonna change the whole dynamic of the team. That can break a team apart. It did it to Pittsburgh. It did it to Pittsburgh.
That's different because first of all, he's not Le'Veon Bell. He's not. I don't think he's Le'Veon Bell talent. That's different. Second of all, Le'Veon Bell consciously knew that he was going to sit out the entire season and take a $14 million L. This guy is not he ain't got the bread Le'Veon got. He's still under contract. He's going to take bigger L's. I think he returns by week 1.
But whether he returns or not, I feel like that's going to hurt them. I don't know if it affects like basketball, but I feel like when players hold out for money, people don't want to call them selfish, but I feel like sometimes you get the feeling that way. I feel like sometimes it can cause division because everybody's not on the same page about why you holding out.
Well, I can understand them thinking that he shouldn't hold out. It's not your time to hold out. I don't knock any man for going after what he wants because what I do know is these teams will trade the fuck out of you or get rid of you if they feel like you're not worth whatever coin you're asking for. So if he feels like he can get better from somebody else, then and he want to hold out, I give him all props.
Go get it.
When I saw Derek Carr saying that him and Antonio talked on the phone and they're best friends and he thinks that it's mutual, then I find out that he didn't even know that the Raiders had signed Antonio. Then I find out he doesn't know that Antonio's not in camp. Then I find out he doesn't know Antonio's feet are leaking. Then I find out he doesn't know that Antonio threatened to hold out or to retire without his helmet. Nigga, that ain't your BFF.
Nigga, we ain't homies.
You know he just talking. They just playing politics. You know.
Yes,
I mean, I'm saying being where we from and how we grew up. You know what I mean? AB kind of got the same pedigree. Is that him and Derek Carr ain't no BFFs. If they were, we would know by now.
Yeah, and it's just like, why you fronting, my nigga? That's why I don't fuck with him. He just a liar. Like, to me, it's okay to say, I just met that nigga. We're getting to know each other. We're learning each other. Like, why you coming out here lying, talking about that's your BFF? That nigga don't call you. He didn't even call you to tell you nothing that was going on with his life. Like, nothing. But that's your BFF? The fuck out of me. He's annoying me. Derek Carr is annoying me. And it started with the whole Trump support. I ain't gonna act like it didn't, you know.
I already know.
What do you think about Richie Incognito on Hard Knocks? We seeing a whole new nigga.
I'm happy Richie out. I'm happy Richie's back. You know what I'm talking about?
I want the old Richie, though. He's playing good guy right now.
Playing good guy.
A whole fight broke out in training camp with the Rams, and he didn't get in it for real. He just was holding people back like, nigga, Richie's supposed to be in there.
With them hands.
He's supposed to be in there starting the shit.
Yeah.
Kicking it off and everything, and he's not doing anything at all.
2 years, 3 years with no money will make you come in and get right. You hear me?
Get right. See, I was pumped. I want to see some bullshit.
Let's have some action.
I want to see, but I feel like, you know what, he's probably trying to do his best to show the league that he's not crazy because, you know, he had to go to therapy for all the dumb shit he was doing and busting car windows. Like, he was tripping.
Man, he was wild.
And so now we're getting like a whole nother Richie, and I'm just like, all right, I guess this mature Richie is going to have to do.
I like him. I ain't gonna even lie. I like because I could tell he's trying. So I could tell once he get heated and get into a battle, some of that Richie gonna come out.
Well, it needed to when the fight broke out, because that was definitely an O-line and D-line fight. When he gets, it's too early.
Yeah, he already suspended the first 2 games.
Or he didn't want that Aaron Donald smoke. Niggas don't always want that Aaron Donald smoke. That's a whole nother human over there. That's
I'll be hyped.
One of my favorite parts about Will Gruden, you know, is another highlight of this. First of all, do you see how his face, he looks like that Chucky doll for real.
Man, all the way.
He be like so angry, but one of the things I like that he does this whole.
Oh yeah, that's it. Knock on the wood if you feel me. Everybody get the knock, and I like that. That's your player.
Cool. Like that I like that he's able to talk to them and he can get them to run through a fucking wall just by talking to them. I like how he started episode 2 and he was real calm and he was like, "Hey, you guys are doing good, but it's not fucking good enough. You need to fucking get out here." And I was just like, damn.
The trainer was for to get ready to come off. He was like, the trainer was for if you don't know the plays, you won't play.
We know that's a lie, though.
That's a lie?
Yes. Whoever got paid is going to play in the NFL. That's one thing I love. If they have paid you, they will play you. They will try to make sure they cover up all of your flaws because they do not want to go to the owner and say, "I wasted your money on this person."
Got it.
You know, now you would have to be completely shitting the bed, like super bad, and your team is actually winning and you're in the way before they will bench you. That's what I learned about the NFL. Like if you're on a winning team and you're fucking up like badly, they might bench you. But if they not, they're gonna keep playing you and blame somebody else and shift the blame around and say it has to do with something else. Like they do a lot of cover up and bullshit in the NFL just to protect their job. Did you hear Gruden throw the shade at a couple of players? And he said, "There's another league that pays $800 a week if you guys don't want to listen to me."
Oh yeah, you talking to Abrams? Remember when Abrams didn't want to not hit? He wanted to hit. Hey, another league, they hit hard like this all the time. They play reckless.
Quarterbacks and everything. They just get paid $800 a week. You want to go do that?
Yeah.
People stayed at the XFL. But the XFL might fuck around if these players lock out. That might be the place to go.
It might. But
it might
they ain't
be
going.
while you bullshitting.
NFL ain't locking out though.
They ain't gonna lock out.
Because they only pay the quarterbacks. Only 3 people on the team. If you look at the salary, only 3 people get paid. It's only 3 people who get paid most of the time on the roster. Everybody else, you know, $2 million. That's not really paid. You know what I'm saying? It's only 3 people getting money on each NFL team. Everybody else kind of.
Sometimes I will say 3 to 5. And the reason I say 3 to 5 is because you do have a middle market. You know, you have the max players, you have your quarterback, your D end usually, or your tackle, and then your corner or your safety. But every now and then we'll also see a receiver get paid. We'll see a running back get paid, but not like max, but like paid. And I get bothered so much whenever I hear people say, "You get paid millions of dollars." Everybody's not a millionaire in the NFL. It's 53 niggas on this team, and I will guarantee you 40 of them probably aren't millionaires. At all. So it's a little strange, but it's not as much as people think. And yes, it's still good money if somebody's making $700,000 a year, $800,000. That's still incredible money. But when you think about it, the average career is 3.5 years for the NFL. So let's say you make $1 million a year. You get $3.5 million, and you're 27, 28 unemployed.
It's gone. That's why I said ain't no lockout in football.
With no skills to do anything else. That's tough. And no skills to manage your $3.5 million to make it last for you. Because a bitch like me, I can make 3.5 last forever.
Forever, ever.
But that's me. A lot of these players, they're so caught up in being who they are and being famous and being rich and people thinking that they have this and have that and they want to continue that lifestyle knowing damn well they're not making millions of dollars and they fuck it up. And they have nobody helping them manage their funds, their finances, nothing. So.
Yeah, it's hard. That's why I don't see a lockout coming no time soon.
Did you see G-Eazy say that he thought they was going to go 10-6?
Yeah, I seen that.
Do you agree that they're going to go 10-6?
They got a chance.
I
believe 9-7. They got a chance.
Is the record is the schedule out?
It should be.
You think that the Oakland Raiders, who won 4 games last year
was different. That was like a John Gruden trying to throw his weight in and let him know this is how we going to do it. And in that process, he had to clean house and go through some things and get it to this point. Now that he done cleaned house and brought in some people that fit how they want to fit, you know what I mean? That we can see if him and Derek Carr get on the same page, they got a chance. I mean, he was an MVP caliber quarterback 2 years ago, whatever, threw for almost 4,000 yards.
I don't really care about Ryan Tannehill throw 4,000 yards every year.
No, I'm saying, but his 4,000 was different. His 4,000 wasn't dink and dunks, just to running backs and stuff. But I mean, I feel like now with him having more talent around him as well too, or more speed around him as well too, I feel like it can be different. They try to improve around him. They're trying to improve their team. I feel like they're trying to win. So that's why I feel I got to give them a chance. I can see them improving.
Well, I hope you're right. I hope you're wrong for TV's sake, because I personally would like to see a shit show.
You do? Raiders?
The Raiders. I want to see a shit show. I want Antonio Brown to understand, like I agree with him and some of his issues with Ben Roethlisberger. I 100% agree with him. However, I want him to understand that he left a Hall of Fame quarterback. He needs to see what it's like to get balls thrown at him from a non-Hall of Fame quarterback. That's entertainment to me. If he gonna entertain us, if they're not gonna entertain us with winning and competing in the division, then I want to see a whole shit show. I want to see him arguing. I want to see that same energy he had when he wasn't getting the balls properly, or he was getting balls with Ben. They were decent, way better balls, but he wasn't getting enough of them. I want to see him get angry like he was with Ben if he's not getting what he wants in Oakland. That's wrong.
I don't know. I just feel like it's not no super talent. Like there's no Juju Schuster on the other end for them to do that. There's no Le'Veon Bell where they gotta hand the ball out. Now this offense is gonna be all about AB. Like that's what he want anyway. To me, I feel like it's set up perfectly. I feel like you're not giving him enough credit, especially in the way the league is today, where you can't really guard receivers or you can't really guard.
It's more about his balls. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's more about how his balls come out and if they're accurate.
You keep trying to kill Derek Carr. Like,
killing him.
You make it say he don't throw accurate balls. Like he don't he's completed below 60%.
It's easy to complete a pass. You just said
Okay.
Why it's difficult to guard a receiver these days. They get to push off. All those balls, if he's going to win games, should be accurate. All of them. All of them. If you're throwing a ball to someone, it should be accurate. I don't want to continue. I don't want it to appear that I'm just saying he's a bum. That's how it's sounding now. He's not a bum. by any means. By no stretch of the imagination am I calling this man a bum. All I'm saying is you're going to have a guy on your team now who's going to demand you be just as good as the guy he left. And you think Derek Carr is going to be just as good or even a smidge below Ben?
I mean, I like Ben, and Ben is a great quarterback. But again, like I just feel like today's league is easier to pass.
It is.
It really don't, man. Like we got a few tough window throws that you have to throw, but in today's
what separates that personally is what separates a team from being 6-10 and 10-6.
Oh, so you basically said so 6-10, 10-6 is because of Derek Carr. I'm just making sure you said that the Ben's here, Derek Carr's.
They're 6-10, it's going to be because Derek Carr is shitting the bed. If they're 10-6, it's going to be because Derek Carr is doing great.
Okay.
Period.
There we go.
Nothing to do with Antonio Brown. Nothing. Not in that sense. I'm saying Antonio's going to be himself, but he can't throw the ball to himself.
That's true.
So that's what I'm waiting on.
Let me see. What was
Shout out the Raiders for that alumni party. I have never seen any other team do an alumni party. So I learned.
That was nice, though. I heard them saying in earlier in the show, once you're a writer for life. Then seeing that, it made sense. And I thought about you. I thought about you. I want to do other organizations do that.
No, they don't. No one. I don't know. I haven't played on every team, obviously, but I have never heard of it from any other organization. Not a one. And I have friends on lots of teams, and nobody's ever told me about an alumni party. So when I saw that, I was shocked. Like, damn. Like, these teams don't even want to do a roster party sometimes. You know what a roster party is?
Well, just the people who made the team.
Yeah,
54.
The 53. Yeah, these teams don't even want to do that. Let alone a whole separate party for niggas that ain't even on the team.
The old
might have played for 2 weeks. I'm looking forward to more Hard Knocks. So they have another game this week. We saw Glennon. What do you think of Glennon? Seriously.
I used to like Mike.
You didn't like him this game?
He's all right. I just don't know if he's Nathan I too. Like it's like they got I don't know. They got two solid can be backups to me. I mean I like Glennon's played more games, he has more experience. Peterman does look good though. Not look good, like look good. I'm saying, you know how like Carmelo looked good playing basketball, but he might not be great, but he looked good playing basketball.
Mm-hmm. I think Peterman is mentally fucked.
That's what I said. He looked good.
I think he's scared. I would not want him to be my backup. I can't count on him. He appears to have the deer in the headlights. Like he just seems shook by the NFL still. And it doesn't help that his first game, he got his ass blasted. Like he got punished his first game, my nigga.
Oh my, you talking about in Buffalo or Oakland?
Yes, in Buffalo.
In Buffalo.
To have that as your first game, my nigga, somebody came in and whooped his ass. Who was that did him like that?
And it was 5. They said 5 interceptions.
Yeah, they had his ass handed to him, and so I feel like we might not never know what he truly is if he doesn't get out of the fear of playing. Like I feel like he's a pussy a little bit. Like he's scared of the game. He's scared of the lights. He has tangibles, the physical attributes, and everything it takes to be a quarterback. He's just scared.
Yeah, that's what if Coach Gruden can get his confidence right and change him. But Mike Glennon, he gonna be Mike Glennon's a solid backup. Glennon
is a solid backup. He's gonna make mistakes, and I think his mistakes come from him overthinking. You know, I've gotten a great opportunity to watch him before we even went to Tampa. We played against Tampa several times in preseason in Miami, and we always had Glennon for the most part. So I got to watch him. You know, Brent had to, play against him, and then we went to Tampa and saw him. Glennon has it. He has everything. He got a cannon. He has a cannon as well. He's got a strong arm and everything. But decision making to me is his downfall. What?
So I can ask you now.
Go ahead.
Mike or Jameis?
Jameis. If I'm picking my quarterback, I'm picking Jameis. And it has more to do with skills. Jameis, to me, has the physical talent to do everything, just like Glennon. Jameis doesn't really understand moments. He doesn't understand when to live to fight another day. He makes poor decisions in crucial moments too. You know what I mean? And so a part of me is still questioning whether he has already peaked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the same thing.
I don't think he had that coaching staff was awful to me. I think that now that he has this new coaching staff, there's no more excuses. Now this is your third. This is the only chance you should get again to be great. I think that he has to do everything right this year. Look at the weapons. Mike Evans alone. They got a great slot receiver. Goodwin and Hump. Hump is the slot. Goodwin is the other good receiver. They've got talented running backs. They've got two nasty tight ends. Nasty.
Tight ends. That is true.
What's your excuse now? This is the year the Bucs have to get it done, or they're going to blame Jameis, and they'll rightfully so. You lost Deshaun. That's what you really needed. That's because this coaching staff is the type of coaching staff that likes to throw bombs.
Okay.
They like the deep pass, and you should have kept Deshaun because that would have assisted you in your offense. But Deshaun didn't want to stay there, so you can't do nothing about that.
Yeah.
So you lost your speed guy, but hopefully they've replaced him. I haven't really looked at the roster all that well, but this is the year for Jameis. I personally want him to do well. I consider him a friend, him and his wife, but football is what matters. You got to play. You got to do what you were there to do. And he hasn't been doing that.
Take a deep breath. I see you choosing your words. I'm listening.
Because anytime I say anything about a player, it gets magnified by 1,000, regardless of how I word it. So I don't want it to look like I'm bashing him. I'm being honest. The problems have been Jameis. He has been the reason that the team is successful. And that's not just for Jameis. That's for any team, in my opinion. Your quarterback is always going to be your problem.
It's my quarterback.
Or the reason you're winning. So now there's no more excuses for him. So, but Glennon doesn't have what Jameis has. He doesn't.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
So we'll see. We'll see, though. Anyways, moving on. So Hard Knocks, we can get off that now. I know you always try to lie and say you're not a Dallas Cowboys fan. That just cracks me up.
Why are you trying to do this, Zeke? We're on video today.
We're on video today, so you need to be honest and tell the truth. Are you a Dallas Cowboys fan?
Tell the truth.
I'm a Cowboy fan. I love the Cowboys. Yeah, we got the best linebacker core in the game. We got one of the best defenses in the game. We got a squad. It's just what it is. We should be Super Bowl contenders. We should have one of the best defenses in the league.
And why are you not Super Bowl contenders?
Quarterback.
Oh, quarterback, the guy who just turned down $30 million?
Yeah, I feel like we don't know what kind of play we're going to get from him.
He's bipolar, is what you're saying.
No, I just don't know if he's going to use his feet. He acts like he's scared to use his feet.
And that's what he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be a running back. He's supposed to be the next Russell Wilson, right?
Yeah, something. Yeah, comparing him to Russell. I don't like those comparisons. I feel like because they both. I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, he's supposed to be able to run and pass. Like, come on, man. Like in the red zone, we supposed to have some bootlegs, some quarterback draws, all that to keep the defense off balance. So I don't know. That's it. That's the number one thing I'm trying to see. What kind of quarterback is that going to be?
So let's talk about your division. Okay, let's have a little NFC East discussion.
Yeah.
Can we? So
Yes, we definitely can.
Let's start with the Cowboys. Do you think Zeke possibly missing the entire season gets in the way of you guys being a Super Bowl contender?
Yes.
Why?
He's a generational talent. You know, even though he's a running back, he's still a generational talent with the speed, vision, the way he dictates the pace of the game. It's just different. It's just like how not having Emmitt Smith. You can't just. No knock on Rob Smith or whoever. No, what's the other running back we picked up? Alfred Morris. Those are solid running backs, but you know Zeke is like looking at Zeke. You're looking at. This is for sure Hall of Famer, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Every year can lead the league in rushing. It just pass, catch, do everything. No, we can't just replace him with Alfred Morris. It don't work that way.
Do you disagree with the fact that a running back can be replaced if you have a great quarterback? He's null and void if your quarterback is dope.
It can. It can play a part. You cannot depend on it as much, but you still need a running back, period. They can try to act like it's a pass and this and pass that. Patriots, even on a few of their Super Bowls, they ran the ball heavy on the field.
With a bunch of nobodies, though. Do you see what I'm saying?
But no, not saying this.
Take a Hall of Fame running back.
No, but they got a Hall of Fame quarterback, though. I'm saying is, but you still have to run the ball. Like I'm thinking, if you're saying is win it with just your quarterback, like Aaron Rodgers with no run game. No, it don't work like that. You're not gonna win and just having no quarterback doing that Aaron Rodgers shit.
No. What I'm saying is, you can plug Brent Grimes at running back in Dallas and still get the same amount of wins if your quarterback is good.
I don't think so.
You think Zeke makes them better?
Yes.
Well, then Zeke is the player then that you feel should get paid.
Yes.
Over Dak.
I feel like Dak should get money too, but not no 40, 50, no 40 million and no nothing of that magnitude. He needs to, it needs to be something more fairly to what level we know he is, type of player he is. Unless he's going to take another step or grow or something, because they are young. But right now, it's Zeke's. You know what I mean? You seen when Zeke was out, suspended. You seen when he gets the ball, the difference of the game. So it's like we know this. I feel like Dak knows it too.
You do understand that when a quarterback is getting paid, it has nothing to do with their talent all the time, right? Meaning.
Oh, no, yeah, it's different. It's just salary cap, the way it's set up and the way the NFL is set up. They want their quarterback to be the highest paid person. They want their quarterback to be the face. They want their quarterback to be everything. That's just usually how the game goes. That's how the NFL is set up.
So do you think that the Cowboys have enough money to pay Dak? He's going to want $40 million minimum. He's going to want what he saw Wentz get. He wants to be just underneath Russell. Kirk Cousins. Do you think that the Cowboys have enough to pay him and also pay Zeke? And keep in mind, Amari Cooper is going to be up next year. What happens then?
Yeah, that's why I said they're gonna have to make some changes, some decisions, because it's more than, if it was just those three, it wouldn't be an issue. It's not just, it's the fact that we got the best linebacker, we got the best cornerback, we got one of the best defensive end, we got one of the best middle linebackers. It's like we got some of the best players at every position. You can't franchise everybody and you can't pay everybody. So if it ain't nobody on the team doing something like Tom Brady did or something like that, we're going to have to trade or lose some players. We're going to have to get smarter in the front office and do like the Patriots does. Trade our top player for draft picks and trade because you're not going to be able to re-sign them. You got to play this hard cap game the right way. All right, we know we can't do this. Let's trade Byron Jones to get us a first-round pick and get us another player that's, what I'm saying, we got locked in for 2 or 3 more years. They're going to start playing the game like you said.
Yes. So the Cowboys last year, what was the record? Won the division, right?
Yes, we won the division.
Went to the playoffs. That didn't work out too well.
What? We won a game.
A game is good.
Yeah, you said it didn't work out.
We're talking about Super Bowl contenders.
Not this year. We're talking about Super Bowl.
This year.
Yeah, last year. Last year we was.
So what has changed from last year that you think this year you're going to be a Super Bowl contender?
We got more experience.
Okay.
Dak and Cooper had an offseason of playing together.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dak is still evolving as a player. He's still getting better. We can still see a better version of Dak. We could get a better version of Michael Gallup because he was a rookie last year. You know, and then Byron Jones developed. And this is the first year with the linebacker combination starting and playing together with no Sean Lee. You know,
you said that the holdout with the Chargers causes problems and it could affect the team. Do you think Zeke holding out can affect your Cowboys the same way you said it will affect the Chargers?
No, because Dallas had media controversy all the time. That's like, it's America's team. So it's always a lot.
Because since y'all always got some shit going on.
Yeah, it's always
pressure. It affect y'all locker room, but it'll affect the Chargers.
Yeah, because they ain't nobody checking for the Chargers. Just like LeBron, like LeBron in LA. You know, those you already know what LA comes. You know what comes with LA. You know what comes with New York. It's like with football, you know what comes with being a Cowboy. You know what comes with being a part of America's team. It's just I don't make these things up. I ain't start this back in the 1918s, whatever, saying this is America's team from here all the way, from Kansas City all the way. I didn't do that. I was just saying that this happened.
Okay. I hear you.
She don't like that.
I hear you.
Embrace the star.
Embrace the star. So in the division, okay, you got the Eagles. We can talk about the Giants. Do we think the Giants, Eli's still the starting quarterback? Did you see the rookie? Did you see who they drafted? He looked good.
Yeah, he looked good.
He looked good.
Yeah, I mean, he looked
good. Preseason, but he looked good. Is he taking that spot from Eli this year?
I feel like by the time the year ends, he'll be the starting quarterback.
But it'll be over with, you're saying, like they've not.
Yeah. No, they're going to start Eli first. They're going to give Eli every chance to fail. I feel like they know Eli's going to fail, but they feel like they got to at least give him that opportunity.
So they could be like, see, you failed.
Yeah, we tried. We gave you this. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the Super Bowls. But, hey.
The Giants are the last place team in the division when it's all said and done? I'm asking.
I don't know about that, no.
Who do you have in last place in the NFC East when it's all said and done?
Haskins. Redskins.
Why are you going to name? You can't say a player's name. You got to say Redskins.
Oh, yeah, because you're only good as the quarterback. You know, it's the quarterback. You ranking about quarterbacks. You know, you got Carson Wentz, Dak, who we just talking about? Eli or and Haskins. Might have to put Haskins above Eli. We don't know.
Okay, so you got the Redskins last, the Giants third, Cowboys second, Eagles first.
No, I said that's the quarterback ranking.
Oh, that's the ranking for the division too, if you ask me.
You being disrespectful. I feel like Philly and Dallas might have the same record or something, and the tiebreaker gonna go to.
But are you telling me that Dak Prescott is better than Carson Wentz?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just.
But Dallas is better than Philly.
Okay, and you saying because of weaponry?
Yes, the defense. Our defense is.
What about coaching?
Coaching.
What you think of Sean Garrett? What you think?
Good job. That's it. Yeah.
A lot of people want his head on his stick, my nigga. You're not one of them?
We've been wanting him gone for 5 years.
Okay. So what's the problem with Coach Garrett? What is the issue in Cowboy Nation with Coach Garrett?
For me, he's not good with X and O's. Like, you know, the way preparation, certain things, like I don't see You know how Bill Belichick coach team, they prepared, they this, Andy Reid team, man, they offense, they this. Like, we don't have nothing to hang our hat on when we talk about our coaching and our identity and what we want it to be. Our offense is basic. So defense, like you said, we don't have nothing that we like, oh, he bringing this to us. Jason Garrett is making us do this. Jason Garrett is bringing that. We don't know what that is other than, like you said, hyping the team up with motivational speeches, like they say. But I don't see no adjustments, no audibles, nah.
You don't see none of that.
That I need to see.
So you're going on record with Cowboys winning the division, Eagles second, Giants third.
I think I'm gonna go with Redskins third and Giants fourth.
Giants fourth.
Yeah.
Let's say you're right. Let's just, for shits and giggles, say you're right. Do you see the Cowboys winning more than one playoff game this year?
Yeah, if Zeke Elliott play, man, we good. If Zeke come back, once Zeke come back, we can win. We should at least be in the NFC Championship game. We should at least be.
You're putting yourself. If you go to the NFC Championship game, you essentially put yourself in front of the Rams, possibly the Seahawks, the Bears, the Packers, the Vikings,
Minnesota,
the Falcons, the Saints. You think that your team is going to beat one of these teams?
The only team on there that sounds like a threat that you should think about. Like, I like the Saints. The Saints have of identity, everything. They're nice. That's something I have to think about because they have, from their coaching and their quarterback, playing them in adjustment like this different. So I do understand that. But when I look at Minnesota, no, Kirk Cousins is the quarterback. I'm not worrying about. So I kind of, to me, that moves them. You didn't mention. Oh, he's in AFC. Falcons, same thing. Matt Ryan. We know he can't throw the ball 50 yards. So
he got to the Super Bowl not throwing the ball 50 yards.
Oh man, what year?
That was what, 3 years ago?
Yeah, it was 3 years. It nothing. It's not happening again. They got lucky. Ain't no Booker. What's the name? Freeman ain't catching. Devontae ain't catching nobody by surprise. We know what y'all do now. Like, it's just everybody knows. I'm not now knocking. We know Tevin and Devontae gonna do their thing. They got the wide receiver combo with Julio and really they got the talent, but still, I just feel like Matt is the issue.
He's proven it. He's done it.
I gotta look. See, I can't really debate that because I gotta look. No, I can't debate the season.
One of Julio's weakest seasons, if you think about it, with not getting balls and everything.
He was hurt that year. Had the turf. Then he had a turf toe injury or something.
But even when he was playing, he wasn't getting the ball on him.
That's why I said I gotta relate to season, like who got hurt, what injuries was happening with the other teams to see, like, oh, okay. Because, y'all used to be hyped about Carolina. It's the same thing. Okay, Cam Newton went to the Super Bowl before. I ain't still not hype on him. I'm still not hyped on him.
He's still a Super Bowl quarterback. He has proven that he can get there. He has the actual talent to get there. We've seen it. Once somebody's seen it, that's when you have to give them their props.
RG3
has not done anything, and you're putting them in the NFC Championship game, and I need to understand why.
Who hasn't done anything? Cowboys have been to the Dak has been to the playoffs 2 of the 3 years he's been in the league.
To the playoffs.
He won a playoff game. And he won a playoff game last year. Okay, and he still like so. Since he won, he just won.
See what I don't know what's changed. I'm looking at the roster. I just don't see how you put them there.
We got better. Our young players still getting better. All our players,
I gotta see the future. You want me to look beyond the horizon?
You got to see the potential. You got to see the potential in every player. That was Jalen Smith's first full year playing football.
I'm gonna respect it because you know what? You do have some good points. I do know that experience does make people better. But I know that after 4 years of watching a player, if I haven't seen it yet, I don't plan on seeing it.
But we can't get.
Matt Ryan made it to the Super Bowl, and I've always thought he could make it to the Super Bowl. I've always thought it. I have always thought it. I have not had the thought of Dak yet. I saw him lose a game to Green Bay that they obviously should have won. You remember that game?
They got cheated. We got cheated.
All right.
I'm asking. Are you talking about that game?
I was.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you being kind of critical on America's team when the things that we had to endure.
Team? Cheating. Cheating is why you're America's team. And you over here talking about getting cheated.
We're not talking about the Patriots. We're talking about the Cowboys. Like, stop. For real. Stop with the disrespect. We're not talking about.
How much more time you got before we got to get out of here?
I'm good, man. Whatever.
We got one more topic we can talk about. We were discussing earlier players who are on their last leg.
We already talked about Jameis.
Like show improve this year or get the boot. I think you better call Tyrone. Call him. Who got to call Tyrone if this season does not work out the way they planned? Who?
Definitely Joe Flacco. That's one. I don't even know why they even gave him a chance. I don't know. Denver, he's struggling, but that's not even. I think Tannehill probably is on his. This is
a backup.
So they starting. They started Mariota over here.
That's Mariota's team.
I don't know. We'll see when the year progresses.
You think Ryan Tannehill's better than Marcus Mariota?
Oh no, definitely not. I like Marcus, but I feel like when I was reading it looked like Tennessee was liking him.
The reason that they like him is because he does a lot of catfishing. He makes things look great. This is what I think Tennessee is banking on. Mariota is injury prone. He gets hurt a lot.
Every year.
And you always have to depend on your backup. And Ryan Tannehill is a very good, dependable backup. Now, when you try to rely on him to get you to the playoffs, to get through a 16-game season, that's when you fuck up because you realize you actually have a receiver playing quarterback. Teams will figure out your dink and dunk. They will figure out that you have 4,000 plus yards every year because of catfish. Most of him and Juice broke somebody's receiving catching record off of passes that should have been handoffs. You can't count these 2 and 3 yard passes, completions, and hyping your percentages up, dog. It's bullshit. I don't believe in the numbers all the time. The numbers, Jay-Z lied to y'all when he said numbers don't lie. He lied. He absolutely fucking lied.
Numbers can't lie.
And so what I think is Tannehill will be the starting quarterback in Tennessee eventually, and that's because of injury, not because of talent.
Oh, okay. Now, without the reason, I was thinking, I was like, oh, they really finna start Tannehill and ruin Tennessee? Like, man, I want to see.
You saw Rashard Matthews retired, right?
Yes.
He played with Tannehill. He already knew he wasn't finna get no balls. He probably was like, oh, God, I'm out.
Do you think they played that? He's not playing part of him retired.
Stop hating.
Yes.
But who else? I know you mentioned Cam Newton. Do you believe Cam Newton's on his last leg?
I'm not saying he's on his last leg, but he's on a point where all accountability is on him. Like as far as him, because he has a running back now that's really one of the best running backs in the league.
The white boy.
Yeah, so Christian McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't make it. He can pass, he can catch and run. You know, he can do everything. So it's like now you got this drop-off utility person that you can use. Now it's like, what can you do? You saying you great on your own. We look at you as being Cam on your own, and you're not a great thrower. Meaning, it don't matter what kind of receiving targets. Yeah, it don't matter what kind of receiving targets you have. You're not an accurate thrower. But at least you got your running back now that can make plays after you put the ball in his hand to combine with your running and your playmaking ability. Hopefully that can make y'all go to that next step and try to fight for a Super Bowl again.
We talked about Jameis.
Mm-hmm.
Is this it for him?
Yeah, I think this is it for Jameis. Cam might can come through because he was purposely giving Christian the ball a lot, and that's his gut. But Jameis, mentally, he don't understand a simple play. He don't understand trusting your teammates and letting them make plays. And you already know, everyone knows that because he's already had the talent. He had Mike. He had Deshaun Jackson. He had Goodwin. You know what I'm saying? He had one of the best. He had a top 5 receiving core last year. So,
and tight ends.
And with the tight end, I'm saying you combine the tight end, Mike Evans, size and speed, Deshaun Jackson stretching the field, Goodwin look fast. Like he had everything. His decision making has to improve.
You don't think this is Dak's call Tyrone year either?
Oh no, you can't because he's been to the playoffs 2-3 years and he won the playoff game last year.
What about contractually? Do you think that he could say no to this contract this year and play this whole season if he shits the bed, if he doesn't win the division, if they don't win 10 games? Do you think that this changes what they offer him, or you think the league just has to pay him because who else are the quarterbacks going to go get? You know, it's not like this. It's easy to draft a Dak Prescott. He's a great, he's still a good player.
No, they're going to need – it's too many teams that need a quarterback. So, long as Tennessee playing, long as Miami playing, Washington, long as those teams exist, Dak he don't have to accept
Detroit. Speaking of Detroit, is this Stafford's last year?
No. We would want it to be.
What's the problem in Detroit?
They don't care about winning. That's all I can break it down to. Like, they don't care about winning. I look at the running backs they draft. If you look back at the last years from Theo Riddick to the dude from Nebraska, the running back, all the running backs, they haven't even drafted a running back to remotely change the identity of their team. They act like Matt Stafford is Aaron Rodgers. And that's why I feel like they can never win. As long as you look at Matt, he got this. He's from Texas. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he got a strong arm. But if you're looking at him like a Stafford, I mean, like an Aaron Rodgers and those type of guys, to me, that's what causes the discrepancy. But it seems like they're happy with what he's doing in Detroit. They're not ready to put any onus or accountability on him.
Man.
Not him. But Andy Dalton, maybe he's going to be on the seat, but yeah, nobody else on that side. But maybe Andy because they already fired the coach.
Dalton has been getting the sickest passes.
Yeah, but Lewis was getting a pass before him, so
valid.
So it's like now that Lewis is gone, now we can put this. Now you can't. What's up?
Can't hide.
Yeah, no hide.
Can I get a Super Bowl prediction? I know the season hasn't started. Who you got in the Super Bowl? If you say the Cowboys, I'm gonna hang up on you, dog.
I'm not finna be disrespectful in any kind of way.
Okay.
In no kind of way. So from the AFC, the AFC is tough, man. That AFC is tough, man. But I gotta go with Kansas City.
You got Patriots. You got Chiefs. You got Chargers.
I'm going to go with Kansas City.
Gotta say Steelers. You always have to say Steelers. What do you think about the Browns this year? You think they're going to make a push in the division?
Oh, yeah, they're going to make a push. They're going to make a push. That's what I told you. You said you got to put Pittsburgh in there. I don't believe so.
In the discussion, I'm not your final prediction.
Oh yeah.
Your final prediction. Are you picking the Patriots? Or are you picking the Chiefs?
No, I'm picking the Chiefs. I'm picking the Chiefs in the AFC, and in the NFC. If Zeke come back, I'll pick the Cowboys. If Zeke come back and play, but if Zeke don't come back and play, I gotta rock with the Saints. They say you're gonna fall apart. I just really feel like it's hard to. They've been so close, And they, you know what I mean, they defense young like the Cowboys too. So I got to see.
Well, I'm picking Chiefs, Rams.
I'm sorry. See, you can't you can't stand there and say, Hustle, don't pick the Cowboys. And then we get to you and your pick. And you picking Sean McVay. Come on, man.
And let me just say why. Can I at least say why? I actually want to pick the Patriots and Rams again. But the Patriots usually don't go back to back very often.
That's true.
So that's the only reason I'm not picking them, because otherwise it would be the Patriots. But I'm just thinking to myself, they probably ain't gonna go back this year since they won last year. That's just a guess. I have nothing inside of me says
to go against the Patriots.
Yeah, I think they're going back. But the only reason that I say no is because they won it last year. That's it.
I don't even say no because I hate them.
Oh, I don't hate them. You hate them because what?
Because they winning more than America's team.
You're not.
What are you know?
You guys got to let that go. You're not America's team anymore. Y'all haven't been great since Deion Sanders was on the roster, right? Ain't that the last time y'all was great?
So is America great right now?
No.
Oh, then what's I'm saying? It's still America.
Y'all America great. Then y'all are, because this country is full of shit. It's
so
bullshit.
We still America's team.
Y'all America's bullshit ass team. All right, y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. I'm gonna to be completely honest, truthfully. I'm gonna say Chiefs.
Come on. Mm-hmm.
Fuck that. Chiefs, Rams, dog. I'm going with it.
Wow.
Give me till week 4 to change my mind.
We're gonna revisit
After the first quarter of the season, I usually start to change my shift. You know, I give a prediction every quarter. So after game 4, then after game 8, then after game 12.
That's what AC said. He said we always change our predictions. He said, listen, I'm sure y'all always changing y'all answers.
You're supposed to, as the
injuries and stuff progressing.
Yeah, things happen. We haven't even had a 53-man roster yet, and we're already talking about the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
That's
so
what sports fans do. That's what we do.
Yeah.
You know? But you're allowed to make your changes. Now, once the playoff starts, I stick with who I predict the entire playoffs. Once the playoffs start.
Man, you did that one time.
I did good. I actually did great. You know, I do great, but that's based on me assessing everybody from week 1 to week 16, and then we get to the playoffs. I do my bracket, and I pick, and I see how many games I won and how many I lost, and I usually do pretty damn well.
Yeah. So
right now it's preseason week 2, going into week 3, and I got Rams, Chargers.
Yeah, I heard me.
Rams, Chiefs. I'm tripping.
Yeah, see, look, you don't even believe it. You don't even believe it. You don't know what to do. Just keep saying them Rams. I don't know what.
My team, leave me alone. See, I'll let you talk your cowboy shit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, my nigga, want to get out of here. I got a hair appointment. I'm headed to Dallas. I will see you tomorrow.
What time you get in?
I think at 1:30, but I will see you tomorrow, and we'll talk some more shit for the big 3.
I got to buy tickets, or we good?
You going to be my cameraman.
That's all I need to hear.
This weekend.
Count me in, baby.
You'll be staff with me. I do need a cameraman. I always have to ask somebody to help me record and shit. But yeah, you'll be my cameraman. But yeah, you could sit in the press seats or at the not the all the way top, but like at the top of the lower level, or I just stand down. I just stand up.
All right.
Well,
you know, I appreciate that. Wait till you get here. I can't wait to see you, yo.
All right. I appreciate you too.
All right, Renee.
All right. Peace.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. One slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life.